Hey guys, this is Jessica with the Celebrity Cafe, and I'm here at the 2014 South by Southwest premiere for the movie Veronica Mars, so check it out. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? How you
Jessica,
doing?
nice to meet
Hi,
you.
Jessica.
How's Austin treating you?
Fantastic.
Okay, so let's rewind this for a bit. When you first heard that the show was going to be canceled, how did you feel about it?
Well, awful. We hate having to say goodbye to people we love and the work, and we knew that there were people that were rabid fans, and at that time it was disappointing to say to these 3-4 million viewers, loyal, rabid viewers.
I mean, there is a lot of money.
Yeah, that we don't know how this ends. We didn't want it to end like this. So 10 years later or 8 years later, to be able to come back to those people and watch them grow from 3 to how many millions of fans that love this show and want to know what happened to these people, we get to say, here they are. They're alive, they're well, they're living in Neptune.
What was it like now working with Rob Thomas once again?
It was lovely, and I think that he was so prepared and so passionate, as was Kristen. She's so passionate for this project, and all of that is very infectious energy to be around.
What was the first day like back on set?
It was unbelievable. You know, you showed up and there were all these white trucks around, and I think you sort of got a feeling, and you're like, it's really happening, you know, like we're really...
It's here.
Make this movie, and tonight is like the culmination of that. Like somebody told me yesterday, we're going to the red carpet tomorrow, and I was like, oh my God, it's really here, you know?
Have you seen the final? Like
Yes, I saw it 2 weeks ago.
How excited were you?
I was excited, and afterward, I think it's like a 9. I think it's so good, and I think it's so perfect for our fans. You know, it's exactly what we would love to have made for them.
And it's been a long time since the show ended. Did you keep in contact with any of the cast members?
Yeah, Ryan and I would go skiing like every so often. We'd go up to Park City and we'd ride snowmobiles together and stuff like that. And Kristen and I would hang out. And, we sort of stayed in touch with each. We all had our own relationships with each person. It was wonderful.
How did you feel when you first heard that it was going to be back on and that it was finally, that the fans did this and they raised all that money just to get it back on?
It's a hard feeling to articulate. It was a very long road to get it here and made, and it was a slow climb for a very long time until we went live with the Kickstarter page. So it was a slow build, and then once we pressed OK on the Kickstarter page and everybody started funding the movie, it was like a brain explosion. I could not believe it.
It just says so much about your fans and how much they mean, how
the best.
Yeah, and you're doing so many things. I'm such a fan because you've raised a lot of money for Invisible Children. So, how do you do it? How do you just keep going? Where does the energy come from?
I don't know. It's fun to do good stuff. I mean, really, what's the point? What, am I just going to sit on my couch my whole life? Like, I've been given I've been very blessed. I've been given a very lucky set of circumstances in my life, and I want to use that for good, and I want to help people, and I want to make people happy.
Did you keep in contact with any of the cast members?
Not at all. I hate them. I hate them. That's not true. I've kept in great touch with almost all of them. Ryan and I are super great buds. Chris and I went to Africa together a couple of times. We all, I think, have maintained like our friendships.
I know that's friendship bond that, once it starts, it's never going to...
The difference is, with doing the film, is that we got paid to hang out, which was super cool. We got paid nothing because basically all the Kickstarter money went to what you see in the film. But it was great. I mean, honestly, it was just such a great excuse to have everybody together again.
And, talking about Kickstarter, the fans raise so much money. How do you feel about that, just to know that there's such a fan behind the cast and the movie and just the TV series?
Yeah, it's incredibly flattering and humbling, and I think it changed sort of why we all did the film. Had it been done through a studio, I think it would have been more to propel our sort of own wants, and I think that it was done by the fans, our priority became like doing them justice to the best of our abilities.
All right. Well, it was so nice to meet you. How's Austin treating you?
Austin is treating me well. I mean, it was great. As soon as I came in, Veronica Mars fans were here waiting for us, and they were really excited about us being here. I've heard a lot about Austin. Unfortunately, I won't get to experience Austin the way I want to because we're working, but I think I'm going to get a ticket for South by for next year and come a couple of days earlier so I can experience what Austin is without South by and get a little taste of South by. Wow.
It's an awesome experience being here at South by. So the film, how different is the film from the TV series, you would say?
Not much. Not much. I mean, you're getting caught all the way back up into where they are 10 years later in their lives. But as far as the characters, you know how it is. Sometimes you're just a little older, a little more mature, but you're not too much different than you were when you were finding yourself in high school. So it's a little bit different in things that happen, and as far as solving one mystery and a small crime in between as far as formatting. But as far as the show and the feel and the tone and the music, it's very similar.
Did you ever expect it was coming back?
Had faith, hoped, expect.
What a great answer. All right, so it's been a long time, and I read that they're always telling you, like, no, we can't do the film. Now that it's here, what do you got to say?
It's like the best thing that's ever happened in my career. It's so exciting. It has been a struggle, and today seeing the fans lined up here in the rain, it's really the payoff. It's humbling. I can't believe we're here. It feels so good.
And what is it like to be working again with the cast?
That was great. It was a show that we were all proud of, but if we didn't all like each other, we wouldn't be here now. No one is rushing back to work with people they don't like, and so getting to be on set again with them and doing the job we all love doing so much, it was the best feeling.